Help Your Child Succeed at School, What Parents Need to Know, Part 2. This is the second part of a 4-part series. Our goal is to help you help your child succeed at school. The information will be helpful to all parents, and we've also included information for parents whose child may have learning, behavioral challenges, or a disability that requires special education. In Part 1, we talked about why family involvement is so important and gave you some ideas to try. In Part 2, we will focus on ways to help your child learn to read and improve their skill with quick and easy and fun activities to do at home. So, let's read. As Dr. Seuss said, the more you read, the more things you'll know. The more you learn, the more places you'll go. The focus of this part of the Succeed at School series is on reading. And as this quote shows, reading leads to knowledge, and that leads to a full and fulfilling future for our children. And I just want to note here that although we refer to parents throughout this presentation, we're addressing anyone, parent, grandparent, other family member, or guardian who is taking on the role of caring for the child or likes to read to them. Helping your child become a reader is the single most important thing that you can do to help your child succeed in school, and that helps them succeed in life. The importance of reading simply can't be overstated. Reading helps children in all school subjects. More importantly, it's the key to lifelong learning. Research has shown that students who don't read well in grade school are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. But reading doesn't just happen naturally for many children. It's a real challenge. More than 1/3 of grade school students don't read well enough to meet proficiency standards in the area of reading. So if your child is struggling, you're not alone. But there are many things you and the school can do to make a difference for your child. Schools and parents can work together to help children learn to read. This slide shows both the 5 parts of reading that the school will be working on with your child and Pacer's quick and easy family fun reading activity cards. It's helpful for parents to understand both what is being taught at school and how they can support that learning at home. What families do outside of school can make a big difference in how well children learn. Why? Well, you know your child the best. You care the most about your child. You were your child's first teacher, and you are their learning role model. And while teachers change from year to year, you have a lifetime as a family. Your child's reading instruction at school is built on 5 important parts of reading called the 5 essential components of reading. When teachers talk about reading, they will often use these terms. It's helpful for parents to understand what the child's working on and how you can help your child practice in each of the areas. No matter how much time is spent on reading at school, children need additional opportunities to practice the skills. And the more they practice, the better they'll become. You help children learn to be good readers by practicing these 5 components: phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. They may be big words, but this module will explain each and use examples from Pacer's quick and easy family fun reading activities. So stick with me. The first of the essential components of reading is phonemic awareness. This is recognizing and using individual sounds to create words. Children need to be taught to hear sounds in words, and that words are made up of the smallest parts of sounds or phonemes. You may want to use an activity like that on the next slide to help your child in this area. I see something. This is an alphabet version of the old I Spy game. Choose an object that you both can see. Say, I see something that begins with the letter T. And then say the T sound. T. T. What do I see? Your child can ask yes or no questions about the object. For example, is it green? Depending on your responses, the child will guess again. And when they guess the object, he or she gets to choose the next object and give you the clues. The second important part of reading is phonics, which is the relationship between the written letters on the page and the sounds that we speak, or the spoken sounds. Knowing the relationship between letters and sounds helps children to recognize familiar words accurately and automatically to decode new words. For example, a child who understands phonics knows there are 2 sounds in the word ball and 3 sounds in the word check. The ch, the short e sound and the ck or k sound, check. Word categories. Say, I'm thinking of an animal. I will say the sound of each letter. Tell me when you know what it is. It's a k, a, t. What am I thinking of? Continue with other categories of words, such as school supplies or colors. The third part of reading is reading fluency. Developing the ability to read a text accurately and quickly is reading fluency. Children must learn to read words rapidly and accurately in order to understand what's read. When fluent readers read silently or to themselves, they recognize words automatically. When fluent readers read aloud, they read effortlessly and with expression. Readers who are weak in fluency read slowly, word by word, sometimes sound by sound, focusing on decoding the words instead of comprehending the overall meaning. Teachers often talk about and measure words per minute, or WPMs, meaning the number of words the child can read accurately in 1 minute. This is a way for both parents and teachers to see if a child is learning to read more fluently. Families may want to use an activity such as this one to help their child read more fluently. Reading adventures. Pack a snack and a book and find a fun place to read outdoors. A new place, such as under the tree in the yard or at a park, can change reading from a have to a get to experience. For more fun, match the reading location to an activity or a setting in the book. And then take turns reading either sentences or pages aloud to each other to have some interactive fun. Your child will be becoming more fluent as they practice reading. Learning the meaning and pronunciation of words is called vocabulary development. Children need to actively build and expand their knowledge of written and spoken words, what they mean, and how the words are used. New experiences often lead to new vocabulary opportunities. And then questions to make sure that the child understands the meaning of the word are a good way to increase that vocabulary. What does climate mean, and how would you use it in a sentence? This activity can help build your child's vocabulary. Word detective. Choose a word from your child's spelling, vocabulary, or high-frequency word list. And high-frequency words are those often little words that are used often in reading. Have your child find and circle the word in a newspaper's comics section, magazine, or junk mail. Choose another word for your child detective to find. And this can be made even more fun for some students by setting a timer, giving a time limit, or perhaps setting a goal for, finding 10 of those words within a certain time frame. Comprehension. Finally, children need to be taught how to comprehend or understand what they're reading. There are strategies or steps good readers use to make sure they understand what they read, remember it, and are able to communicate with others about it. Questions such as what characters were in that story, what did they do, why did they do that, or tell me about your favorite part can help you see if your child is comprehending what they are reading. These activities can help your child's reading comprehension. Cliffhangers. When reading a story together, look ahead to a stopping point that will leave your child wanting more. Then ask your child to guess how the book will end, or how he or she would end the story if it were up to them. Then read the ending and talk about how it was different or similar to your child's prediction. Did they enjoy that ending? You have completed watching part 2 of the series on helping your child succeed at school. Be sure to watch part 3 of the series, which will give you the teacher's top tips for success in learning at school, and part 4, making sure your child is learning and making progress. If you are a parent in Minnesota, you can receive a free copy of the reading activity cards by calling Pacer Center at 952-838-9000 or 1-800-537-2237, or by ordering from our publications page online. If you're a parent from another state, the cards are also available at a small cost. Happy reading!